When I first saw Primal evolutions, I was quite stunned, and I do really hope we get some new Primal and maybe Mega evolutions for Legendaries in the upcoming Pokemon games. But until then, we can just hope and be excited as well as speculate on potential Mega evolutions and Primal evolutions for legendary Pokemon. So today I thought we could take a look at the top 5 legendary Pokemon that need to get Primal evolutions or Mega evolutions. Of course, these are my opinion, do remember that. If you do not agree with my opinions, let me know in the comments what is your personal favorite top 5 list of legendaries that you think should get Primal or Mega evolutions. Either way, let's get started with number 5. Number 5. Now, Regigigas is the creator of Regice, Registeel, and Regirock. Regigigas was first introduced back in Diamond and Pearl, just back in those days, and it was seriously an amazing Pokemon. We'd already had our hands on the 3 Regis, but this time we got ourselves Regigigas, and this thing was amazing, which is just generally cool backstory and a giant look to it. It just purely shined. And I do think that perhaps with a Primal or Mega version, I see potential for really cool designs, and this design on the screen right here kind of portrays how a Mega affected or Primal evolved Regigigas would look. The growth of the grass and bushes have really increased to show you that this is a Primal Regigigas. It returns to its primal form, how it used to be back in the day, and it truly shines. It is bigger, and as we know, generally, like, back in the good old days, just in primal times, people and, Pokemon and whatnot were usually larger and, more bulky, and, things become smaller and smaller over time, in a sense. But not only that, the design looks really, really bulky as well and potentially dangerous, and it gives you that kind of feel that Regigigas is a scary looking thing and very ominous. Number 4. So Cresselia first showed up back in Diamond and Pearl and had a very interesting backstory to it, and also the way to encounter this Pokemon was a very, very interesting thing and a very interesting process that you had to complete. But I'm also very interested in the potential of a Primal or a Mega evolved Cresselia to come in future versions of Pokemon. That could either be Diamond and Pearl remakes or something else related. As for the design that you can see here, I do have to point out that the adding of the extra ribbon-like clothing things around Cresselia does really add to the overall scheme of it, and extending the crests and adding more crests and shape and changes to its head is another perfect addition that definitely does work. I do feel as a Primal, like, this thing might not seem too crazy, but I personally do find it perfect and balanced. It is not too crazy of a Primal version, but it's also very beautiful. It easily shows that this thing is just changed and is coming at you much stronger. Number 3. So back in Black and White, we got ourselves a Pokemon that I really feel has been forgotten lately, but it's definitely his charm to just have around, and that is none other than Victini. When it comes down to Victini, I feel there's a potential for, a Mega or a Primal. It would be perfect for Victini, and it's something that would be just a great addition to the Pokemon universe. This Victini design here has a very interesting style to it that really adds kind of an interesting new coat of red color to the overall design. It just adds more fur to it, which makes the already cool Victini design even cooler. You kind of can instantly see that this is a Mega evolved or a Primal version of Victini. It has got more fur on it, it's slightly bigger, and this is the thing with all these designs, they're slightly bigger. And I do feel like it's just maybe adding something more, maybe to its head you can have a large V-shaped form, just would be perfect, and perhaps it could have some sick glow to it or something like that. I don't really know, but overall I do think the design is beautiful. Number 2. Now, Dialga and Palkia will be coming at the same place because of the fact that these two designs fit so well together. So first off, taking a look at Dialga, we can see some very interesting design choices. We can see that the addition of the diamond behind Dialga, which just really looks amazing by the way, it just really shows that this is a Primal design that would work perfectly. Symbolizing the diamond being part of, Dialga for its Primal state is perfect. And just overall, other than that, design has some improved things on Dialga, and it's kind of added a few body parts to make it look way bigger and just in a grander scale. Of course, the diamond at the back really fits well with the whole theme, you know, of the game that Dialga is inside of, being Pokemon Diamond. So I do find that to be very nice. And as for the Palkia design, we can see some very similar things going for it. Palkia has a giant pearl-shaped object hovering above it, showcasing basically that this Pokemon is from Pokemon Pearl. And again, same thing goes for Dialga, having a similar thing at the back, you know, showcasing that it's from Pokemon Diamond. This thing has a interesting design that just screams of the relation to this being a primal version of Palkia. And again, this design, we kind of can see like the increase of a body size and the shape and the, you know, the scales and whatnot are increased. There's more body parts kind of added. There's a bit of a change to the head in a sense, which just changes really drastically. But not only that, the pearl-shaped thing we have on the back looks way cooler than the diamond on Dialga, because here the pearl has a very interesting star-shaped thing going for it, which I think is just beautiful, and I personally love that. Number 1. And finally, we have the one Pokemon which I love more than any other, which is going to be Lugia. And boy, does this thing take the cake. I mean, look at this beastly shaped thing. And the style of this thing is beautiful. Now, Lugia looks so much larger here and more fierce, and that's the thing with all these Mega Evolutions and all these, you know, Primal Evolutions, whatever you want to call them really, they all have that similar thing going for them. They have a very interesting, like, just size difference. They are bigger, they're larger, they're more bulky, they have more, like, fierceness to them. That doesn't make any sense. And Lugia is also known as the Guardian of the Ocean, but I feel like in a primal state, this thing could definitely be the Destroyer of Worlds rather. And in the overall design, I feel like the increase in size is perfect. The increase in the wings and the amount of wings it has is also pretty interesting. I don't know if you would call those scales and whatnot, but it does look really nice. This Primal Evolution would be perfect, and I do feel like it would just be awesome having this in a future game. But that would be it for today, and I do hope you all enjoyed this top 5 video. If you did, then let me know with a comment down below, and also feel free to tell me your own opinions down there, and what Pokemon you would like to see get Primal or Mega Evolutions that are legendary. But that's going to be it. Drop a like, subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys the next time. Bye bye, trainers.